This is Gerald, founder and creator of the House Flipping Guide YouTube channel. And I want to answer a question. And the question is, what is pre-foreclosure? What does pre-foreclosure mean? Because there's these words that are interchangeable, right? So a lot of people say the house is in foreclosure. What they mean is the house is in pre-foreclosure. So what pre-foreclosure is it's when a lender has filed an NOD, a notice of default, against the property. Okay. So once this NOD is filed, what happens is this lender is basically stating that legally we are filing this notice because you have not paid your debt. And if you do not make your debt current or pay your past debt of this mortgage, we are going to pursue a foreclosure. We are going to pursue a foreclosure. In other words, what the lender is going to do is essentially take back the property. So I did a little bit of research, and let me read you all a definition to kind of clear this up a little bit. Pre-foreclosure refers to the legal situation a property is in during the early stages of being repossessed. Reaching pre-foreclosure status begins when the lender files a notice of default on the property, which informs the property owner that the lender will pursue legal action toward foreclosure if the debt isn't paid. Simply put, if your property is behind on payments, or if a property is behind on payments, this is referred to as pre-foreclosure. If the property has been foreclosed on, in other words, the owner never made up the back payments, and that property ends up going back to the bank, this is referred to as a foreclosure. So when people talk about when people talk about foreclosures, what they're really referring to is pre-foreclosures. In other words, that property is behind on payments, but it's not so far behind on payments that an investor or somebody that wants to go ahead and potentially buy that property can go ahead and pursue that property. Pre-foreclosure investing is a beautiful niche. However, it is highly, highly, highly competitive, as many of you know. It is a numbers game, and you have to be consistent. Also, just know that you are dealing with owners that essentially are functioning in survival mode. Once again, they're functioning in survival mode, and many of them are in denial. One of the common responses you are going to receive if you're targeting and marketing to people in pre-foreclosure is, I have it taken care of. The problem's already solved. Or, I didn't know. Many people have this delusion that they can cure this foreclosure, right? Some people end up giving it to a real estate agent to go ahead and list. Other people do different things, right? Some people end up attempting to negotiate a short sale. Other people end up trying to negotiate a loan modification. There's all types of things that people attempt to do. Many people do nothing. Why? They think time is on their side. And the worst thing that you can do, if you are a seller or if you are an owner, is procrastinate. Procrastination is your enemy. Public enemy number one. I know, personally, okay? Back in, it's either 99 or 2000, I personally suffered a foreclosure. right? I was foreclosed upon. Now, my properties at the time essentially really had very little equity, but I was a superstar real estate investor. I knew everything. And so I thought I had all the time in the world when I really did not, right? I had a lot of pride, a lot of ego. I had a ton of knowledge, but I didn't want to listen to anybody. I'm going to tell you this. If you are a real estate investor, I'm going to tell you to reach out to many of these owners to help them. They need help. If you are an owner, I'm going to tell you this. Be open to receiving help. Okay? Be open to receiving help. There's plenty of people out there that wish to help you. Now, there's going to be times when a real estate agent is not the best solution. Many of you that have given your properties to an agent to list the property, only to find out that the property went into foreclosure. Yeah. So what I would say is this. Go to YouTube. I tell people all the time, go to YouTube University, right? Do some research. Type in the words foreclosure. Type in the words pre-foreclosure. Type in different things and come up with a solution for yourselves if you are a seller. Number one. Number two, reach out. If someone contacts you, reach out to create a situation where you cannot get a foreclosure on your credit. That thing stayed on my credit for 7 years. It was ridiculous. If I had to do it all over again, I would have did something. Okay? I would have did something. So, case in point, what does a pre-foreclosure mean? It means it is a property that is behind on payments. A notice of default has been filed against that property. If the owner does not bring that property current, then they will be foreclosed upon. Okay? So, in the description of this video, I'm going to give you all, this is going to be just a small little piece of an article and a couple of foreclosure resources as well, right? It's a couple of foreclosure resources as well. Go ahead and check those out. And it's going to be in a link of this description. I hope this cleared this up for everybody. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to link some additional foreclosure resources up under this video as well, okay? All right, guys, this is Gerald. You all have a good one. Okay.